Today's lesson is going to be on converting yard into meters. So we're basically converting from an imperial system of measurement into a SI system of measurement. And so the yard here, 3.2 yards, would be the imperial, and the meters would be the SI system international, or sometimes known as a metric. And so basically these two are just ways of measuring distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use proportionalities or proportions / ratios to solve this. Alright, so what you do is you set up a ratio for yards to meters. And so here we know that we have 3.2 yards, but we don't know how many meters that is. So we could write over, or the proportion or the ratio of yards to meters, so over X amount of meters, because we don't know how many meters that is. So we're just setting up a ratio. So this is just a ratio here. And we know that ratio is going to be the same as the ratio of the conversion factor up here, the meters to yards. So we know that there's 0.9144 meters for every 1 yard. So that ratio, or the proportion of meters to yards, will be the same. And so what you do is you set up your ratio on one side of the equation. So you write 3.2 yards over X meters equals, and then on the other side we're going to set up the other ratio, 1 yard over 0.9144 meters. And so here I've set up my ratio, and we know that the ratio on the left hand side of the equation is always equal to the same ratio on the right hand side. So on the right hand side here I wrote down the conversion factor. And we know that the ratio is always going to be the exact same. So what we do, the easiest way to solve a simple proportion like this is to cross multiply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply these two there. So 3.2 multiplied by 0.9144. So we type that in and we get 2.92608 equals, and then I'm going to multiply these other two here, which is x and the 1. So basically I get 1x. And so basically if I was to solve this for x, I mean we only have a 1 there, which is just a placeholder coefficient. So you know what the answer is. The answer is actually just x is equal to 2.92608, and the unit for that, well, we were looking for meters, and so the unit is meters. So 3.2 yards would be the same as 2.92608 meters. And so one way of converting the imperial units into SI units, specifically for distance, is to use a proportion or a ratio. Alright, and so that's how you would solve any type of question like this.